Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I got you. Thank you for returning. On this channel, I film about my faith, career, lifestyle, and some immigration tips. And if you want to continue seeing some of this content, then keep watching. So guys, today I have a special guest. I have my brother is Dara Afolabi. Welcome to this channel. Hey.
Thanks for having me. Hi everyone.
I've gotten so much questions about coming to Canada, coming for postgraduate programs in Canada, like PhD, masters. So I decided that, why not just film a video about this, and let's just let everyone know about what are the possibilities and how they can, apply for opportunities like, PhD applications or scholarships in Canada. So this, my brother here, he actually, experienced it, and, is to the glory of God. Hallelujah. he got a full PhD scholarship. So I'll just be allowing him, share his experience to us and let us know how we can do it. And, if you're aspiring to come to Canada as well, for masters or for PhD, or even you want to go to the US, I think it's almost the same, similar process. So I'll just allow him, continue. Just want to let us know how we can, how we can apply. What are the steps? What do we need to do? Like, what do we have to know, right? Like, applying for PhD scholarship generally in Canada.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I think, just like you said, I would like to just share my own experience.
Okay.
Which won't be exhaustive anyway, just the way it worked for me.
We are here for it, don't worry.
So, I am aware that there are several other ways people get that done, but the way it worked for me, well, it started way back. I think it was after my master's degree, of course. And
where did you have your master's? Was it in Nigeria?
Yeah, in Nigeria.
Okay, in Nigeria.
I had my first degree and my master's in Nigeria. Okay. And I really wanted to travel, and then I was like, oh yeah, I want to go do PhD out there, like many of us right now.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was to actually make a short list. Where would I like to study? Which country? Of course, you need to decide the country, you need to decide the institution, and you need to decide, maybe most importantly, the field.
Okay, so guys, let's take it one step after the other.
Oh, yeah.
Decide the institution, decide the country, right? And then decide the field of study, like where you really want to, master in or take your postgraduate PhD in, right? Yeah, okay.
So I believe this video is targeted for US and Canada, I believe. So for US and Canada, which I eventually got into Canada, obviously, the first step I took was to actually make a list of public research universities in Canada. Okay. And that's a very important tip right there. Many of us, we tend to focus on University of Toronto, University of Waterloo,
all those common,
big name universities,
big names,
University of BC, British Columbia.
Wow.
And that's what I was doing all through the time I was looking for a master's scholarship.
Ooh.
It was later that I realized that, wow, I have not been doing it the right way.
There are other places that you can still check. Okay.
And the reality of the matter is, you apply to UBC, not that you can't get it, but you must be aware that there's a lot of competition. You have people from several countries in the world trying to do the same thing as you are. So you will do yourself a lot of good to make a list of public research universities. Okay. Focus as much as you would focus on those top schools, focus on the schools that are not as well known as this
popular University of Toronto. Toronto.
So you want to go through your list. I think there are over 20 public research universities in Canada. So that was my first point of call. I made the list. Then I picked out all the universities. Then starting from, I think I started from the least common.
Oh, okay.
Then I got into the university sites, began searching, okay, what program? I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. Okay. And I was like, okay, what area would I like to do my PhD in? Production engineering. Okay. Then I started looking into the Department of Mechanical Engineering right from the website, from the university website. So that helped me narrow down my search a lot on professors, potential advisors. Because something you must note about applying for scholarships in studying, postgraduate study in United States and Canada, the first step is getting an advisor that is willing to actually take you in.
So guys, this one is really important. You need to get an advisor, somebody that wants to accept you, right?
That is the first step. Such that once you get that, the rest is almost formality. The rest is almost formality. You are able to get the commitment of a professor, and he wants to fund you. He is going to recommend you to the School of Graduate Studies for admission, and the rest is history. So where the bulk of your work is getting a professor to actually select you.
To accept.
And that is why I went right into some of those websites. I began searching which professor works in the specific area that I would like to major in, to do my research in. And then I started picking them out. And let me drop a quick tip here. One thing that I was doing wrong during my master's, trying to get a master's scholarship, which I didn't get, and I had to just do my master's study back home in Nigeria. One mistake I made then was that I was too stringent. I was too picky on what area I was going to be doing my study on.
So you're trying to say we should broaden our...
So broaden your scope. Broaden it. If there's any area you feel you have enough foundation in. At times, it's not about I have worked in this area before. It is I have worked in an area that serves as a foundation for this area. You want to apply that. You want to broaden your scope so much. So while I was trying to apply for the master's scholarship, which I didn't get, master's studies, which I didn't get funding for, I was too stringent on a particular area, and I missed a lot of
opportunities,
professors that were not directly working in that area that I could have contacted as well. So that's very key. Two very important tips right now. Do not just focus on the top universities, then broaden your scope. I found that was the turning point for me in my search for postgraduate study. That was the turning point.
I'd like to ask, this is not the question and answer time, but we're just still discussing this generally. Would this be also for masters? So somebody finishing his first degree and wants to go for masters. Are we still saying that they should still broaden their scope and still, be open to, as long as they have a background in that particular field of study, somewhat, right?
In fact, it is much more applicable to master studies, because it's when you get to PhD level that you're actually expected to directly specialize in a particular area. So master's level is still, you can still be as broad as you want. But when you get to PhD, you want to be more specific. So I made the list, and then I started contacting the professors. How do you contact the professors? Very important things to include your transcripts. You include your research experience. Most professors tend to appreciate that more than just your academic record. Because people come from different countries, and the academic standard may not be as high as their home country. So they are not really too wowed about that. They want to see your research experience. So I created a document where I just detailed my previous research experience. That is my bachelor's research, my master's research. I tried to explain things. This is what I did. I worked with this research group, and then this is my research experience generally. So that is very, very, very helpful as well.
So guys, before you go on, I know you have a lot in stock for us, but I just want to make it really clear here. So before you contact your supervisor or intending supervisor, make sure to get your transcript, guys. If you're going for PhD, it's still masters, same thing. Get your transcript. And then the second thing is you mentioned, is it narrowing your research experience? So
just a document. You just quickly detail that sounds like a cover letter as well,
cover letter,
something like that. A CV as well, just to detail my past academic experience. So those three things basically. And I started contacting the professors. In doing that, there's something that one must note. You want to be as personal as possible in your emails. You do not want to you don't want it to look like you just sent out phishing emails, like
yes.
you just sent out bulk emails to 1 million professors.
People.
Exactly.
You want to
you
make
want
it
to
look
be
like
personal.
I want to really do this with you. I want you to.
The professor
really
needs to see that, oh, this person has taken time to go through my work, and this person identifies areas where he can come in. They really want to see that. And you must note that they receive hundreds of emails every day.
Oh,
so
that's
you really want
key.
to stand out.
Yeah, standing really out, like, you know, explaining your reasons. Why do you want to do this? Why do I want to go into this research with this professor? I have made research about you. You know, that's really going personal. You're not just putting out a broad, I'd like to work with you because of that's this, because I saw this on the website, that's you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think that's really, really key. Like, that's key. Thanks for that. Okay.
That's important. So I made the list and then I just sent out the proposals. Okay, let me rephrase that. You may not need a research proposal. Some universities would require research proposals, but not. In fact, I think most universities do not require you to do that because you're already fitting into a research lab. So you're expected to do work relating to what the professor is doing. Yeah, so that works. And let me just drop one last thing before I pause now. It's highly important to, after sending all the emails, I can recall I must have sent over 100 emails. One key thing is you need persistence and patience.
Wow, yeah.
Because I will tell you, you will send several emails at times. Some professors will not even reply. I don't know, for whatever reason. Some of them, it could be because they do not have the funding, they do not have the space. So they, like I said, they receive hundreds of these emails weekly. So you don't expect them to try to respond to everything. So some of them will not respond, but keep at it. Keep on fishing them, keep on broadening your search, and keep on sending it. Sincerely speaking, and I have friends as well that have a similar experience.
Wow.
It tends to get up to 100, 200, 300 emails before you actually get a positive response. Some of them would respond and then they will tell you why they cannot move forward. Some of them will request an interview. After interview, they will say
so that you get a no does not mean you're not good.
You just have to persist.
It doesn't mean that you know you don't have that skill or that knowledge. It's just, you know, circumstance, right? Like you mentioned, the professor might not even have that funding available. He might. Another thing is they might even have too many students, right? And maybe he's only allowed to take some particular number, right? So that's like, so it's not that you're not good in yourself or things are not working. That is like, no. So just keep on, like you said,
just persist.
Persistence is really, really key.
Yeah.
And we are looking for free scholarship. Guys, you're looking for scholarship. You're looking for, it's free. It's funding. You need to still keep at it, like keep pushing, you know, like what you mentioned. You mentioned really, really key things that we need to do. So it's still the same thing as if you are going and you are going to pay for the postgraduate study yourself. The only thing now is you're giving us the steps. Generally. Right? Okay, guys. The next thing we'll be doing is answering some questions. You know, like I mentioned some weeks ago, I put it out there. I'm like, ask your questions, like, right? Like if you want to, you know, you're interested in doing a PhD or a master's and you want it like fully funded, or so I was like, and I have a privilege of having my brother here, so I'm like, why not, let's just share this knowledge together now, let's people gain from this. So I put out the thing out there and then people to ask questions, and I got a couple of questions which we would be addressing. I don't know if I'll make this part 1 and 2 because I don't want this video to be so long. But if you see it in this video, then maybe the video is not so long. Otherwise, it will be in another video. Okay?